not blessed with the ability to speak Greek. I do speak Latin, but I don't speak Greek. But if you know Greek, which the New Testament is written, I think entirely in Greek, this is a story where it's important to know how little words can change. There's a difference in Greek, and it's the way the guy writes the story, between being captured and being caught. Slightly different word is used in Greek. And those two words are changed in this story. The fish, the word he used was being captured. And of course the fish is being captured. Because the fish isn't stupid. Most of us have been fishing at some point in our life. Once the fish has the hook in its mouth, he knows he's dead. He might not know that he's going to be on somebody's skillet in an hour, but the fish knows he's been captured. When he goes to say you'll be catching men, it's a different word. He uses the word catch, not capture. I wish I knew all the Greek. There's a fine word you have to know. But people, he says, well, now you're going to go out and you're going to catch men. It's a different word and a whole different... The fish, by getting captured, dies. When we catch people for Jesus, they find better, newer, and longer life. It's the exact opposite of being caught. Like I caught your eye versus being captured. Being captured is bad. Being caught is good. And this is an important story because when you leave here today, and every Sunday, you're given one job. And that's to go and catch people and bring them back with you next week. We're all supposed to be out fishing for people. A lot of them out there not coming. In theory, every pew here would be filled. That ain't happening. I don't know anywhere. It's any church, Catholic, Protestant, whatever. You got to catch people and bring them back with you by showing them that they would have something, they would have a new and better life if they had more religion, etc., etc., etc. And you might say, Father, even in my own family, I struggle to catch their attention, to catch their eye. There'd be very few people I'm looking at right now who don't know somebody, a spouse, a child, a grandchild, whatever, who doesn't go to church, maybe used to go to church. And it's both disappointing and frustrating when your godchild or your own child or your grandchild doesn't come. And you want to get them to come, catch them, and show them they want to jump in the boat. And it's very disappointing and frustrating when that happens. Well, how do I do that? And the answer is, it's right in the gospel. How do you get those people to jump in the boat and catch? They went into the deeper water. He said, we have to go out where the water is deep. When you're talking to your 15-year-old daughter, she's worried about getting her braces off. The 16-year-old boy is worried about getting his driver's license. They're not worried about deeper questions yet. They're still in shallow water. They haven't begun to ask yet, what am I going to do with my life? Where will I spend my life? Where will I make my money, and where will I spend my money? Who will take care of me when I get old? Where will I spend the next life? See, we're asking those questions. The 15-year-old's not asking those questions. They're still in shallow water. That's why it's hard to reach them, and it's frustrating and disappointing, but they're not in deep water. They will get there. They will get there eventually. And some of you know, Gerard knows this, when I read the paper in Sunday morning, one of the first things I do is go to where the weddings are. Because a lot of young people I know are getting married. And only some of them get married in church. If you're with me a couple weeks ago down in the Caribbean, I might see more weddings, and some of you have been to the Caribbean, more weddings in one day than some priests see in a year. Getting married in church doesn't mean anything. It's frustrating, disappointing. And I did everything right. And they get married in the beach or at the park. What? And the answer is because they're still in shallow. We're talking about sacrifice, commitment, covenant, deep emotional intimacy, sacrament. They're worried about bridesmaids, limousines, and whatever. And they have breathed the air of a disconnect. It used to be sex and marriage went together. Now they don't. You can have sex without being married, many of them are. Most of them living together. And you can have sex without love. Ask a teenager what hooking up means. They'll know. I can have sex with this person with no love. And we both want it that way. One night stand. And when sex and love and sex and marriage have been disconnected, and that's all they know, the church, marriage, doesn't mean anything to them. And it's not their fault. That's the culture in which they grew up. I know a young kid who thinks he knows all the answers. He doesn't even know the questions. And he doesn't know that he doesn't know the questions. So religious things aren't going to work because you'd have to speak Greek. No, you'd have to speak young. And most of us ain't young anymore. It's hard. I know it's hard. It's frustrating, disappointing when time will bring opportunities. Often sickness brings those opportunities to ask deeper questions, deeper water. Time. Be patient. Especially with God. Let us stand, my friends. Profess our faith.